The Marvel Cinematic Universe has given us some of the most iconic casting choices in movie history. When you think of the MCU, certain faces instantly come to mind. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow. These actors are so inseparable from their roles that it is almost impossible to imagine anyone else playing them. But then there is the other side of the MCU, the blink and you miss it appearances. The actors who showed up before they became household names, or who were quietly buried in supporting roles that time and franchise expansion eventually pushed out of memory. Today we are talking about 10 actors you probably forgot ever appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's start with Julie Delpy. Yes, that Julie Delpy. One of the most respected names in European cinema and the heart of the Before trilogy. In Avengers Age of Ultron, she appears briefly as Madame B in a Red Room flashback. It is a tiny role, almost gone as quickly as it appears, which makes her inclusion feel almost surreal in hindsight. Next up is Jenna Coleman. Long before she became a global fan favorite as Clara Oswald on Doctor Who, she appeared in Captain America: The First Avenger. She plays a young woman on a date with Steve Rogers during his pre-Super Soldier days. It is a quick moment, but once you know it is her, you cannot unsee it. Now let's talk about Olivia Munn. Many people remember her from the Newsroom or later superhero projects, but few remember her MCU cameo. In Iron Man 2, she appears briefly as a reporter covering the Stark Expo. Originally, she was meant to have a larger role, but it was cut down in the final edit. Sticking with Iron Man 2, here is another one people forget: Kate Mara. She appears as a US Marshal who serves Tony Stark with court papers. She does not even get a character name. Considering her later success in films like The Martian and shows like House of Cards, it is wild how invisible this role has become. Now let's jump to Thor: The Dark World. Adewale Akinwuye Agbaje plays Curse, one of the film's major physical threats. Under all that makeup and CGI, many viewers never realized who was behind the character, given his scene-stealing performances elsewhere. It is a shame the role did not give him more room to shine. Here is one that still surprises people. Jenna Ortega. Yes, Wednesday herself. Before becoming a horror icon and Netflix superstar, she made her film debut in Iron Man 3. She plays the vice president's daughter in a silent role. No dialogue, no spotlight, but a fascinating before-they-were-famous moment. Moving into Doctor Strange, we have Benjamin Bratt. He plays Jonathan Pangborn, a former Kamar-Taj student whose life is changed by mystic healing. Bratt brings quiet weight to the role, but the character vanishes just as quickly, leaving many fans to forget he was ever part of the MCU. Let's rewind all the way back to the Avengers. Ashley Johnson appears as a waitress named Beth during the Chitauri invasion. She has only a few scenes, but her terrified reactions help ground the chaos. Years later, many fans rediscovered this cameo once her voice acting career exploded. Now for a deeper cut, Ty Burrell. Known to most as the lovable dad from Modern Family, Burrell appears in The Incredible Hulk as Dr. Leonard Samson. He is essentially the emotional third wheel in Bruce Banner's storyline. When later projects revived Hulk-related characters, Samson was quietly left behind. Finally, let's talk about Jenny Agutter. She plays a World Security Council member overseeing S.H.I.E.L.D. She appears in The Avengers and Captain America: The Winter Soldier, often sharing scenes with Nick Fury. Her role becomes especially memorable when Black Widow impersonates her, yet many fans still forget the original actress behind the character. And there you have it. 10 actors who slipped into the MCU quietly, left their mark briefly, and then disappeared into the massive sprawl of Marvel storytelling. The MCU is so large now that it almost feels inevitable. Not every role gets a spotlight. Some performances are swallowed by bigger arcs, louder characters, and expanding timelines. So how many of these surprised you? And which forgotten MCU cameo still blows your mind when you remember it? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know which actor deserves a second chance in the Marvel Universe. Follow for more deep dives, throwbacks, and pop culture surprises.